day 7. I've left it pretty late today. As I spoke yesterday, I was going to go up to Bangalore Brackets, and I did. So had a few beers up there last night, so I'm a little bit under the weather today, but not too bad. But it's just enough to have me procrastinating on things like creating this video. I've got my notes in hand here in the iPad today. And I'm still using my brand new mic. I'm very proud of that. But because we're up to day 7, I've been doing this now every day for a week, an entire week. So today's reflection day. That's why I've got my notes in my hand, because it's time to, I'll read this out here. Reflect on your first week. What felt most challenging and why? So I've just got this here to help me remind me what we went through, but I'm going to put it down for the moment so I can chat and just go off the cuff. It's been an interesting journey already. A couple of days after I started doing this, I went back and watched a couple of the videos in line, and seriously, from the first one to the second one to the third, I saw consistent improvement, and I really didn't expect that. I'd been talking to the camera a bit, as I've mentioned, making a Udemy course and things previously. I kind of thought I had it mostly down, but to see that improvement happen, and I did find some of the exercises challenging, like the not saying and challenge. I found a little bit daunting, and I did okay. It was but that's the point, right? I did a really good exercise and found that by actually being aware of that, I spoke quite clearly, and I may have said and a couple of times, but not fully. So I'm trying to remember everything that I learnt this week, because it's interesting. I felt that my camera presence was pretty good and it improved. A couple of them, I did things like doing this walking around and stuff, and I think I got more comfortable and more relaxed, which from what I hear, that's the key. Comfort, relax, and just talking to you like you're a friend and like there's someone here. So I've been quite enjoying this experience. It's been fun. It's funny that I procrastinated though, even though I've had it on my mind all day. I've kind of been looking forward to it, but it's 9 o'clock at night before I've actually got around to doing it. But it's been one of those days. I am working on my next video. I'm working on my script that I want to give out, so that's coming through. And this is an emotional ride. Like, I'm not sure what to do with these videos. I'm not sure whether I should post them raw or not. And I kind of worked through it and decided, yeah, just put them up. And then I completely changed my mind. I pulled them down, and I think they're handy, and I'll make a compendium of these at the end. Trying to remember all the things I learnt this week, because there was a few of them. There was things about working about my posture, working on keeping my pace slow and steady, trying to keep my thoughts clear at the same time as avoiding the filler words, being relaxed. It's a lot to come together about. I think, man, I've had the feedback in my life that even in public I tend to mumble, so this could be an absolutely fantastic exercise for that. And I'm definitely thinking about sitting down with my worksheet for the next, because this is a week in and I've learned a lot in that week, and I devised this whole program myself. There are 5 weeks total. It's 30 days, so there's a full week 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then it spills over by a couple of days into week 5. I want to go and review those and bring some of what I've learnt into the future of that workshop. I think by the time I finish this 30-day challenge, it will be quite effective. The other thing I want to say, because I just noticed on the clock over there, because I'm timing myself, I've been doing these for 10 minutes. And when I watch them, one thing I have learnt about these videos is that somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes, I'm pretty much done. And then I'm pushing it to 10 minutes, and it's making them a little bit boring. They're not as exciting. So we're coming up on 5 minutes now, and I've been going pretty well, but I'm not going to force myself to go to the full 10 minutes, so long as I get the 5, and then I can just talk until I'm done. So that's been an interesting journey. I've quite enjoyed this. I'm having fun with it. I'm realizing right now as I'm speaking to this phone, like it's a phone, right? You on the other end, you can hear me, and it's an interesting to get into the habit of start talking to the phone. It starts to disappear. It's a really interesting thing that as I'm talking, and especially when I just talk around the room, it doesn't take long to get used to it and be actually talking and having a conversation. This is quite exciting, something I want to get used to. I think I'm improving. I'm quite excited to get through. If I do this every day for 30 days, I'm sure it'll make a big difference. And there's a lot to learn. There's a lot coming. I wouldn't mind doing a review of it. Let's have a look at what we've got. So I've done week one. So week one covered the topics of basics and comfort. So I started with an introduction, practicing the eye contact, which is about looking in the lens. The posture check, which I've got to keep checking. I'll check my posture while we talk. Smile and share. Now I've got to remember the smile. That's the one I tend to forget to do, and it's what I really want to bring to this. It's my favorite thing to bring. That'll make all the difference. So that's, for example, that's a very important thing that I want to bring back and practice into the other tasks. So there's been specific exercises on these things. Smile and share, clarity in speaking. Now that's what I told you. I've had the feedback in my life that sometimes I tend to mumble and people don't know what I'm saying. And learning to enunciate and speak clearly is something I want to practice more and more. So I want to adapt the upcoming workshop to make sure there's some focus on speaking clearly and smiling. And the filler word reduction is an obvious one. That's a very obvious one. It's something I tend to have a habit to. I believe that today I've done a pretty good job of avoiding it. I'm not sure of one that I've had possibly when I'm not paying attention to it. I'm excited to get the practice in. I'm really looking forward to getting this complete. And so that's week one. Oh, and then filler word reduction, and then day 7's today. And this is a reflection on the week so far. So it's been a very interesting week. I'm 7 days into it, and I'm kind of look at me. I'm excited. This is fun. So the coming week, as we've got it now, is engagement and expression. So wonder how this will go with the phone tomorrow. This is a good one, being able to learn expressive hand gestures. It's something that I think you've probably seen it that I kind of do naturally, having brought the mic into the face. I might have to just sacrifice the mic or put it on a stand. There's an idea for that exercise tomorrow. So we've got expressive hand gestures. So I'll be like, introduce your favorite movie using expressive hand gestures. Day 9's facial expressions. So this is an interesting one. I actually like this one. Discuss a movie that made you emotional, focusing on conveying emotions through facial expressions. So that's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to that. Day 10, varying tone and volume. Day 11, engaging with questions. So pose a question to your viewers about a universal topic. There's something I might adjust. I don't know if that's worth particularly practicing. Possibly, because it's something I might want to do. I imagine things like doing a call to action, practicing an intro and delivering it, doing that at the end. But it is only 30 days. There's only 30 things to practice, but maybe we can enhance this a little bit and see where we go with it. And I can always do a follow-up. This is beginner's level. We can do an intermediate one to follow it up. Day 12, concise storytelling. Now, I think I can learn a lot on this one. And that's definitely something that I'd want to practice a lot. See, that's an idea for a follow-up, is have a whole 30 days of storytelling. I reckon that'd be an interesting exercise, to tell a story every day for 30 days. That would be very rewarding and very exciting. Day 13, humour. Share a funny incident from your life or tell a joke, delivering it with humour. I'll have to come up with a joke to tell. That's awkward. Trying to tell a joke on the spot is difficult. And day 14, at the end of week 2, got the weekly reflection again. Week 3 is focused on content creation. Explain a concept. Choose a concept you're knowledgeable about and explain it as simply as possible. Exciting. I'm not going to go through all these. We're coming up on the 10 minutes when I even said that I was just going to go until I was empty. Day 16, spontaneous thoughts. Now, it's an interesting one to have in here because that's kind of how these have gone anyway. Giving me a topic and spontaneous thoughts. Got to do, teach something, convince the audience to try out a hobby of mine. Day 19, a favourite place interview. Answer prepared questions about a favourite place as though I'm being interviewed. I'm just going to duck off because my timer's going to go off. Oh, I don't want to make that noise and disturb you. Day 20, reacting simply. Share your immediate reaction to a piece of music, artwork or poetry. Interesting. Very interesting. That could be fun. And then we got our weekly reflection. Day 14, background noise management. Got to talk with background noise so I can deal with distractions. I like that idea. Day 23, passion project pitch. Discuss a project or cause you're passionate about as if pitching it to an audience. Oh, see, glad this is in week 4. Day 24, two sides of a coin. Present two opposing views on a light-hearted topic, practicing neutrality and balance. I love it. Day 25, call to action. End the talk, encouraging viewers to take a specific action, focusing on clarity and motivation. I mentioned that earlier. Using a prop. Day 27, we do another review. Share your thoughts on an actual review. Share your thoughts on a product, book, or service you recently used or experienced. I see I might adjust that. Teaching a complex skill, break down a more complex skill or concept you know into teachable parts. And then week 5, we've got 2 more to go. The culmination and future planning. So we're addressing hypothetical viewer questions. Answer 3 questions you think viewers might ask about my challenge experience. And day 30, final reflection and future plans. Reflect on my growth throughout the challenge and discuss how I plan to apply these skills in the future. So there we go. We've gone over 10 minutes. It's easy to do. And well, it was today at least. And see ya. Bye.